Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so happy you're here. Right. I hope that that's clear. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. How is everyone? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I'm so excited to be here with you. I hope you had a wonderful Easter if you celebrate those things. If not, I hope you're just enjoying your day. Mm. I almost missed the live today. Honest to goodness. I thought it was like time was super wonky for me this morning. So I was just like getting ready to like go over my finances and just like have a wonderful Monday and do all the things. And I was like, oh Jesus, I don't have an hour to do this. I don't have an hour to do this. Good morning. It's so good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are we settling into the energy of Taurus season? I'm loving it. I even as an Aries, I'm like, "Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God." And that season just kind of flew by, didn't it? Aries season was like a, huh, just a blip. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is beautiful. So we've got 4 cards and a few. Right? Right? I think you like Leo going into Virgo, and I just like love the bucket that Earth seasons create after the fire seasons, where it's just so, it's so nice. I don't, going from Sag to Cap season, sometimes it just feels a little bit in still, but Leo going into Virgo energy is also good morning. Good morning. Taurus sun feels amazing. Yes. Well, happy early birthday to you. Angela, I'm so happy that you're here. Yes, all your Virgo needs the grounding. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I'm excited about this. I really feel like this is going to be such a grounding season for us. And it's something that I had talked about Leo to Virgo. It's just, yeah, that one's fun where it's like, let's do this. Let's get the new journals and the new notebooks. Like Virgo season, it's funny. There have been so many times. Megan, good morning. It's so good to see you. There have been many a times from Leo season to Virgo season. Like my curls in Leo season are like perfect and on point, and then Virgo season is like a mosh pit, and I'm like, oh, well, we're getting things done. We're getting things done. I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I miss my curls so much, and they've been very weighted down. So I'm getting like not like up here, but I miss the bounce and the pizzazz of my curls. So today's the last day of the full like absurdity of the main that happened. So I'm very excited about that. It feels like a fresh start energy that's coming in, and I miss being able to like whip the curls around and letting them do their things. I'm very excited about it. But these are the first 2 that came up for us today. And then I'm keeping Death Reversed because I put them all in order today. I did like a very deep cleanse and clear of the cards. So the fact that this is reversed is very specific. And then on the bottom of the deck over here. What else? Ooh, ooh, I love this. I love this. So I feel as though like I followed the advice that I give to every single one of you, and the channeled good morning. It's so good to see you. I'm so happy you're here. Good morning. Good morning. I put publicly a channeled message that had come through from my membership groups about really defining the 5-year goals and asking yourself a little bit of like 5 and 5, like where do I want to be? Who do I want to be in 5 years? But also, where would I be comfortable plateauing for 5 years? So it's really asking you to stretch your mind to, okay, this is, everything is sustainable with my business, everything's scaled. I can make this amount and I'm happy. I can take care of myself. I can do all of these things. And it really I'm going to be honest with you, triggered the crap out of me because I was thinking, my 5-year goals, oh my God, they're so different. Like it really is asking all of us, and I'm doing this with you, so I'm not projecting onto you, to look at a little bit of like our universal law of comparison. Why have I said that this is big? Why have I said that what it is that I desire is so unattainable or just so unreachable or just so outside of myself? So what I'm personally doing as well is integrating. So I have my 5-year and then my 1-year goals as well. So as I can have, what is it that I really want to have for my foundation for 1 year so that I can springboard safely to the 5-year goals. So I wanted to add that little bit of a container for us. We have the new moon that's coming up on Sunday, Monday, the 27th, 28th, depending on your time zone. And I wanted to offer that because what I'm going to be doing is having 5-year goals as well as integrated some 1-year goals. A little bit of like, this is what I'm doing for 1 year. So that gets me to the 5-year. And I have a manifestation journal that I utilize, not for every single new moon, because sometimes my, human is like, I'm tapping out higher self. Like, just give me the highest and greatest good. Jonathan, so good to see you. Leah, as someone who relies strictly on my intuition, I'm like, what's a 5-year plan? It's so true. It's so true. And it's really, you can use your intuition for this. In the toolbox, I have a practical manifestation technique where it's really just asking yourself, like, do I want to be living somewhere else? Do I want to own my home? Do I want to own my car? It's like looking at all of the things from like, Angela, oh my goodness, like, so true. Heavy Pisces placements, I want to say heavy Pisces placements. And it's like really sinking into like the fixed negative earth of Taurus season so that we can fly like a butterfly and do all of these things. Yep. I see you, girl. I see you. I feel like Taurus season is probably going to be comfortable. Maybe because for myself as an Aries, Pisces season, it's like so many emotions. And then finally going to Taurus, I'm like, oh, thank God. But I feel like for you, it would be like a nice like respite of like, okay, everyone's not acting a foot anymore. We can all feel our own feelings. So I don't have to feel everybody's feelings. So I would love, like Lee was saying, if the 5-year plan is a little bit too much, let's look at it's good. Let's look at 1-year goals. I never want any of my recommendations or my offerings to be anxiety producing. Yes, exactly. Yes, this is something I've been thinking about. Focus on the first year of my 5-year plan. Kate, I'm so happy that this is resonating. So if the 5-year is a little bit too like, what on earth is 5 years? Like, what on earth is that? Then let's look to some 1-year goals, because I feel as though our minds can wrap their head around, I can do anything in a year. I can prepare for anything in a year. I can, if I decide I want to, do something extra, like if you wanted to run a marathon, like it's Marathon Monday in Boston. So that's why I'm picking up on that. But it's saying like, in a year, you can say, okay, in a year, I'm going to run a marathon, even though I've never run a day in my life. You could do anything in a year. I want to own my own home. I want to own my own car, my business to be sustainable, all of those things. You can do anything in a year. Your mind can wrap its head around scripting those out in a nice, accessible way. So if the 5 years is a little bit too intense, go around it or above it, below it. I never want it to be anxiety producing to the point that we don't actually do it. That's kind of what I'm saying. I want us to utilize the energy of this new moon allow it to be refreshing, allow it to be enjoyable, to connect to your future self, to connect, like, because the version of you that's in the future that has what it is that we want is us. So I want us to have a fun chit chat with that version of ourselves instead of being like, I have no idea how you are, who you are, where you are. I have no idea how you've done that. I want you to be able to have a chit chat with them and script in a really accessible, nice way. So I love Death Reverse for this one. I feel like that this is gentle. It's, it's the Scorpio card, and the white rose that death carries is behind everything. So it's like we all have to have versions of ego deaths. We all have to become the manifester, the creator of our reality. That's beautiful, Angela. Oh my goodness, I love that. I just wrote out a few 1-year goals to achieve just now. That's beautiful. And I want this to be something that has some practicality to it in a sense that it nourishes us. So for a lot of my, tarot readers, my content creators, my intuitives that are birthing their spiritual practices, I want you to really put in, my business is scaled, it's sustainable. I, have a practical weekly or monthly income that you're scripting within this that you can understand and see in a way that's not, that you don't have to do any stretching work. What do you mean by that, Sarah? So we know that money is an energy. What we're receiving is an energy. And it's a lot of, because Taurus season is fixed negative earth, Taurus love paper. We know this. We love them for it. And so a lot of that conversation is about those sustainable things. So when it comes to manifesting money, we know it was 11:11 when I said that. We know that $1, $10, $10,000, $100,000, and $1 million is all the same energy. It's the energy that we've labeled it as. And what we've labeled is I can achieve this or I cannot achieve this. When we are a vibrational match for anything on this planet, it effortlessly comes to us. The energy comes to us, not in the human egoic way, but in the laws of the universe type of a way. These are the laws that we reside in this universe. I didn't make these up. You didn't make them up. We just live in this reality. These are the laws of the universe. So as we're utilizing this new moon on Sunday or Monday, depending on your time zone, the 27th or the 28th, I want it to be a number that you can wrap your head around. So I've talked about this before. If you're manifesting like a quantum jump that goes from I'm making $10,000 to I'm making $100,000, and your brain goes $100,000, absolutely not. Like something inside of you is like, that's ridiculous, and you're rolling your eyes at it, then that's not the number to be working with right now. I want it to be something that you're like, I could do that in a year. I absolutely could do that in a year. I know what I would buy. I know how I would live. My ears ringing. I know how I would eat. I know how I would dress myself. Like I want it to be this, like, yeah, that's me. I can do this instead of having to do more mental work with it. I want this to be practical. Yes, go with a number your intuition says yes to. Leah, I absolutely love that. I want this to be a resounding yes, 100%. Beautiful. This is so, I want it to be sustainable. I want it to be something, and to really look at not being like, oh, I don't need that much. I don't need that much. I want you to be able to say, I can take care of myself. My bills are paid. My wants, needs, and desires are paid. I can do self-care, especially for the people that are giving, especially for the people that have businesses, for mothers, for intuitives, for empaths, every single Pisces placement. You need to have spa days. You need to have that in the budget. You need to be able to receive because of what you're naturally giving to this world. So I want it to be in your 1-year journals. I can go to the spa or get a massage once every week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever your brain, and like Leah said, your intuition is like, yes, I can do that. I can absolutely do that. And for so many of my spiritual coaches, intuitive leaders, tarot readers, for everyone that's here, I want us to be able to be sustained so that we don't, I want us to be like a little bit above my readings pay my bills, to get out of the time equals money type of a mindset. I want you to be able to have something that is monetized in a way where if you decide to take a day off, a weekend off, a full moon off, a weekend, 2 weeks off, you're not relying on those tarot readings that you do every day to pay your bills. You're allowed to have the time freedom, to be able to say, okay, I have enough content that I've banked that I can post so that if I want to take a weekend off, I can do that. I'm sustained and I don't have to worry. I can check and answer my emails and do all these things. But I want it to be a little bit like not your 0 to 1, but like a 1+. I do want this to be something that's really grounding and very sustainable for us. Does this make sense? Because it's stretching a little bit. It's stretching ever so slightly, but it's also saying, I can do that. I absolutely could do that, because we're setting this foundation in our own lives right now. We're receiving more upgrades and more like downloads than ever. I mean, like, it's just been a little bit like, what in the world is going on around here? but we're in it. So with that, we're not in a mutable season, but with that mutable energy that's available to us, why not make it sustainable? Why not make it something that's very practical? Why not navigate and utilize the energy that's available to us in a way that feels fun and good? Like, I always want this to feel enjoyable. I always want us to feel like, oh my God, I'm co-creating my reality with spirit, with source, with God, with universe. The time and resources to actually thrive that shouldn't feel like a stretch. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Susanna. Like, to be able to take yourself out to the ballet, to be able to do things for yourself that nourish you and that feel good, and you have everything that you need. The second house in the astrology wheel, money, values, and access to resources. So it's not just like the joke of like that Taurus only wants money, but it's saying I'm able to provide the resources to do what it is that I need to do. Yes, we're starting from wherever we are. We're utilizing whatever we have available to us. We're what we can where we are, but the life where you have the resources you need. You have what it is that you need to thrive, to provide for yourself, to do this in a way that feels good, so that being of service feels better and you can give more. Truly. I'm really excited about this new moon. I'm really excited about this energy. And I think that it's going to be very, it's like I'm just seeing like universe, God, spirit, just like God opening a door and being like, I know you said a year, but like, here's that resource. Here's the resource. Here's that resource. Or here's that client. Or here's this idea. Here's that idea. Here's that person that you can collaborate with. Here you go. Have fun with it, but feeling good about it. Like, I really want us to feel good about this one. I really want us to say, like, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Like, knowing, like, I can figure anything out. It's really, there's so much to, I feel like we're all kind of moving past the imposter syndrome and just going into like the education of like, okay, I know I can do this. I just need to like teach myself how to do the component or teach myself how to do. So we're really leaning into I trust myself. We're really leaning into like I can do this. I can do this. I can figure this out. I can and it's not even so much like I like yes, the journal that I utilize is a manifestation journal and yes, new moons are perfect times to manifest, but I feel like sometimes that word can get a little bit like all right, I'm going to write it in my journal and then sit down and just wait and just say like, okay, you know where to find me, where we can co-create. I like co-create. Yes. Jonathan, yes, trying to get confidence. Yes. And it's the more readings that you're doing, the more you see and you see people coming back and you see people saying like I really like the way that you do this. I really like the way that you read. I really like the way that this is coming through. And but it's past the imposter syndrome like we're doing it. Like we're Bambi walking. Like we're figuring it out. We've never really done it before, but we're walking. We're doing it because we don't have a choice. But I really want us to lean into the co-creation side of manifestation. Whereas we decide what are the goals, we're going to write them out, think about it, and then take certain small action steps. Small action steps. It doesn't have to be massive, but in the same way that we're shrinking down the word big and we're utilizing the universal law of comparison, saying it's only big because I've labeled it as big, and my brain says it has to be hard for me to achieve something big, actually achieve something big, it has to be hard. So since I'm going to shrink that down and say it's not a big goal, it's just a goal, I can accomplish that. I can accomplish my goals. I effortlessly accomplish my goals. I effortlessly get the ideas, my next monetized idea. I effortlessly receive my channels for my greatest good and the greatest good of the people that I connect with. I add value to this world. I'm worthy of receiving in the same way that I give. I'm worthy of receiving financial compensation for what it is that I'm offering this world. Whatever that may be, open to receive the resources that I need to live my highest timeline. Whatever these phrases are that really resonate with you, I would start doing some reps and sets with repeating them over and over, or just putting them up on the wall on a post-it. You know, I love putting things up on the wall, and just letting that be something that when your brain is braining and doing things throughout the day and you see that post-it and you're like, oh yeah, I can effortlessly figure this out, because your brain doesn't have that yet on its programming. Brain doesn't say that on a regular basis. So we have to rewire it. I've been building my business in co-creation with messages from my intuition and the divine because God is the best advisor. Leah, that is beautiful. Leah, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it, but that's so beautiful. God is the best advisor, and really giving yourself that space to create in the way that feels good and it livens you up. Even just reading the vibration of that message where you're like, I'm getting my downloads and I'm doing it. I'm really so excited. I'm so excited, Angela. He really is. And it's so pure to get. Thank you for reminding me. That's also something that I wanted to utilize. Instead of saying I have to, saying I get to. That little shift up. When I was saging the room and getting ready to do the live today, I was like, I get to talk to God for a living. Like, I get to do this. I get to channel clearly. I get to connect with people all over the world and watch them, be an observer, be in a mirror for all of you thriving. I'm just so proud of you. And I love being a part of it. I love seeing all of you just like say, I was feeling this, but then I went over the bridge and now I'm doing this. And now I'm doing it. And I'm terrified, but I'm just doing it. And I'm dancing and I'm figuring it out. And I'm just riding this wave of life with all of you. And it's really just a blessing and a privilege to be a part of this with you. So I'm celebrating every one of you, because it's terrifying. It's hard. And just being a human and experiencing upgrades, experiencing shifts and changes and energies, being aware of it, and going out into the world, not everyone's aware of it. And I'm, what is life? What being a human being? This is wild. This is wild. So I never cease to get buckled by the infinite and how cool it is just to exist right now. To remind ourselves that when we look back, you know, a year from now, we accomplish all of our goals and we're living the life of our future selves, and we look back on this moment, the gratitude for our tenacity and our leaps of faith that we're making right now, saying, I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm going to do it because I'm connecting to the North Star. That's incredible. That takes courage and just gumption, absolute gumption. And it's such a beautiful word to say. Such a beautiful word to say. We're all just out here wandering around unsupervised. It's hysterical and beautiful and amazing. That's so true. Life is so strange and also so magical. Oh my God, it's so true. Like, we're adults and we're just unsupervised at all times. You just do whatever you want. You can wear whatever you want and say whatever you want and drink whatever you want and go wherever you want. Like, isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? It's wild. There are many times that I'm just like out trekking through the woods and I'm just like talking to God and I'm just like, who left you alone? Who left you alone to do this? Who decided I was allowed to just like act a foot and just like create a business and talk to people all over the planet? Who said that was okay for you? Like, God did, actually. Thank you. Oh, that's beautiful. Life is so strange, so magical. I agree, Kate. It's just it's so like wild. It's just cuckoo all at the same time. Exactly. Feelings having right now. It's so I love we're all on the same wavelength and just of the same vibration. It's just a joy. It's a joy to be on the same vibration with all of you. Nobody is telling me no, so I'm just doing it. You're just doing it. And it's really like doing it no matter, knowing that calling is you. Like, how do I say? Like, when God, God, I'm going to butcher it, but it was like when God gives you a message, you're the vibrational match to be able to create it. And you and only you. You're the only one that can do it. No instruction manual. No. No, absolutely not. And no, like, basic the 2. Was it the 2 before or the 3? I can't remember. I can't remember. This is awesome. There's no instruction manual, and there's no, like, basic like, this is the archetype of a human, and this is what you have to look like, and sound like, and dress like, and do. It's just you can do whatever you want. You can dress however you want, you can say whatever you want, you can just I feel like we're just all, like, busting through some serious old programmings and just leaving it all behind and just following them. Like, I'm just it's almost, like, cliche, really everything that we just talked about. This card I really love. I've labeled this "I am not superfluous," where the way that you see the world and the way that you desire for things to be, there also might be some people in the group that, like, if the dream that you have for yourself is it's not like it's different or it's not like it's too big, it's you're just like, or maybe it's different from your family, or maybe it's something, or maybe it's just bigger than your family, something like that. There are, like generational traumas and stuff like that, but it's also, you know, being the lack breaker of the family, being the lack breaker of the family. And it's not a judgment. It's I don't know why I pronounce it like that. It's not a judgment. It's saying it's my angel told me to just follow my heart. Yes, yes, and that's what I'm doing. Leah, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Trust your heart. It will never lead you astray. Crimson, welcome, welcome. Do you guys want to catch Crimson up, please? I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. Talking about setting goals, setting goals. The number 17 is stalking me, and I like it. There's 17 people in this live. Oh my God, I love that. That's beautiful. Do you use the 17 as a number, or you could go down to 8 infinity? It's really the karmic, beautiful number. You could, yeah. 8 would be eighth house, the death and transformation house, the Scorpio run house on the wheel. But I love that. I love that. I love that, Angela. I mean, it's sometimes silly talk the way that angel numbers just keep following you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 I have a little angel number book. It was a Kyle Gray book. It's like 0 to 1,000. And I really love that number book. It's a lot of fun. 17 is the star as well. Crimson, you're so right. I didn't even think of that. Thank you so much for reminding us of that. Oh, it's a lot of people in this group, in this community, are finding a safe way to be seen and to shine their light on the world. Very much like the star card. Very much like the star card. I love that. I love that. And it really says to me that 33 and the star as well. Oof. Are you seeing 33, Jonathan, or are you a 33 life path number? I think you're seeing it a lot. I love that number too. It's a beautiful number. And it's so beautiful. Aqua rising and moon, so that's Fing. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's so much to be said about how we're stepping into a new paradigm. It's almost like we're 33 keeps coming up, but the star cards keeps jumping out. I love that. I love that. I love that. Yeah, this beautiful age of Aquarius that we're in, and Pluto being in Aquarius and really reminding us that we're allowed to be different, because when we're surrounded by people that are like us, and it doesn't have to be aesthetic or country or by, system, it's values, and it's like this live, that we're all over the world, and we come together because we're processing, because we're, utilizing metaphysical practices, we're meeting at the cafe, we're having coffee and tea, we're cards, we're starting our own business, we're stepping into our entrepreneurship, things to create freedom for ourselves and our families. And when we find support like that, there's not a single person in this group that when someone decides to do something, we're like, I don't know if you should do that. I mean, obviously, like we'll tell you if you got food in your teeth, but we want to see each other thrive. We want to see each other thrive. And that's what I love about this group. 33 has been coming up for me as well as 1, 2, 3, 4. in a row and 69. I've been seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 a lot, and I really like that. It's like building the blocks. Like I always see like a doot, 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 doot. You're like going up the stairs. I really like that one. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Angels. They're just so special and they're just so with us. So I powers and fours. Oh my. Oh my. We're learning how to vibe, my friends. We're really learning how to vibe and how to create this work from the inside out. I feel like we're really just recognizing when we see these magical numbers, a lot of downloads, recovering from levels up going on with the flow. Yes, that's beautiful, Jonathan. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. And I feel that. And it's been like, show of hands, who's been going through some serious upgrades right now? Like just confusion, physical time glitches, matrix glitches, like up, down, side to side things, relationships are shifting and changing, like dreams are off the charts, very, very strange. Yes, thank you, Angela. It's a lot. It's a lot going on right now. And so within that confusion, I talked about this in yes, yay, the confusion here. Seriously, for real, Crimson. Thank you for sharing. It's been a lot. It's been so much. And so I wrote a blog post about that. So many changes, waking up feeling like I run a marathon or two. Susanna, holy goodness gracious, dreams are wild. Just wild. So much. It's actually woke morning and I wrote them down for the first time in months. In months. Usually, like I'll process, I'll like look up what the dream meant. But I woke up this morning and it felt really, really good. Like it felt like exhausted. And I woke up to like Sybil walking in my face. I was like, I don't know where I went. But a lot that's been having to do with water, like the communication that I've been having with water, praying over my water and really like speaking to it like in like the consciousness that it is instead of like a passive thing. But wake up full of ideas and downloads too. Yes, I love that. I love that. It's really hot for all of us. And so I fully recommend just being in what you're in and trying not to swim upstream. Like when you're receiving those downloads, write them on the walls, write them on the journal, get them all out. And knowing, and you can say like, I'm claiming this, I'm really going to do this, I love this, but also giving yourself the time to like let all the downloads come in. It feels like a fire hose energy of downloads coming in. Doing sleep meditation tapes. Yes, I've been getting a lot about water too. I love that, Jonathan. I love that. The sleep hypnosis tapes have been so helpful for me as well. It's like I'm noticing even the shift of how I show up in my dreams. Yes, exactly, exactly, exactly. So when we have clarity, write it all out and we can take action steps. We take action steps. Like this is really, yes, and I do sleep meditations too. It's been transformational for me. It's interesting, even when I show up in dreams that are like perceived like scary or like the bad dreams or stuff like that, I show up differently in them because the basic programming is shifting. Kate, oh my God, they're so helpful. They're so, so helpful. I couldn't recommend them more to anyone who does not utilize hypnosis tapes or sleep meditations, manifestations. You can find them for free on YouTube, on Spotify, and just whatever it is that you're really deciding to reprogram. It can be that easy. You can reprogram things in your sleep. So allowing it to be easy and not having to do it in the outer world, doing both, obviously, but you can let it be that easy and that creating. You can allow it to be a co-creation where I can rewire my brain and reprogram my nervous system as I'm sleeping. Because when we really recognize like the conscious, this unconscious, or this conscious, subconscious, and unconscious, these belief systems, like the basic program of our minds is in the subconscious and the unconscious. You can't consciously shift that. We got to get in there in the REM sleep and really and shift that. But it does, it changes the whole thing and it allows us to lean into doing things that maybe a younger, older version of us was too scared or intimidated to do. We allow ourselves the opportunity to say, I can figure this out. So easy and effective. So true. So true. Helps with insomnia too, giving yourself permission to sleep and feel like fun times going to sleep during inside work. I love that. Whispers of the Wild and posts gorgeous meditations. Yes, thank you for sharing, Susanna. I'm so grateful. When you wake up in the middle of the night, it's perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. Everyone, if you have a specific meditation that you really love utilizing, like please share the YouTube or the Spotify, please share them with the group and we can definitely share the wealth. We can share the wealth. After I'll link when I post this live, I'll link the Spotify playlist that I really like. And it's all like some of them are in Australian accents, so it just like it hits my heart in a beautiful way. It hits my heart. So I'll share that when I'll link that below when I finish the live. But how is everyone feeling going into the new moon? Are we feeling refreshed? Are we feeling ready? Do we feel good about setting our 1 year or 5-year goals? Do we feel like I can do this? Or where we feel like we need, like, kind of what are we doing well? What are we improving upon? What's been integrated? Rising higher meditation. Thank you. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Too many. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Love this for us. Love this for us. I love this for us. I think of this as an entrepreneurial card. He's just like figuring it out. Kidding. Achieve so many goals. Yes, Jonathan, I feel to have to get bearings before going forward more. Take your time with that. Take your time and feel good about what it is that you're, and even saying that this is what I'm comfortable sustaining for a while. So it doesn't have to be achieving more external goals, but saying like this is monetized. Like it can be very practical for this season. Very, very practical. Yes, I'm excited for the new moon. This one is on my Chiron Sedna and opposed my Uranus. So who knows what is going to happen? She's gonna look wild. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, beautiful. Sedna, that's intense, dude. Is your Chiron and Sedna conjunct in your natal chart? Yeah, she would be in Taurus. So, oh my God. Oh my God, Susanna. I learn more about you every day with the astrology. Oh my goodness. Feeling need to be super practical and for Taurus season birthday tomorrow, Jonathan. Happy birthday. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Are you gonna do literally exactly? Yeah, no, we have talked so much about this. Oh my goodness. Jonathan, what are you doing to celebrate your birthday? Happy birthday to Jonathan. 5 degrees of Taurus. I can't even handle it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday. Chiron and Taurus, fourth house. I can utilize this energy to heal that wound. So if Chiron and Taurus in the fourth house, please everyone celebrate Jonathan right now. So breaking it down, Chiron, the wounded healer, the wounded warrior, in the energy of Taurus. So there could be some woundings in a home or where I live or where I feel safe or feeling safe in my skin. I'm like picking up, it could possibly be like skin stuff or body image things that are coming up, ancestral wounding, ancestral family issue, mother father stuff that's coming up. Jonathan is the best. Like it's literally one of the best human beings that we've really ever met on this planet. Like it's just a very special thing to know Jonathan. And so please, Jonathan, please link your Instagram below if you feel comfortable and confident to do that, because I would love to send everybody over to your Instagram to really send some love to Jonathan. He's just like been really thriving in his tarot space, and just it's I really need to celebrate him right now. So happy birthday, buddy. Taurus, Sag moon, Aquarius rising. Is that right? Please. I think Sag moon, Aquarius rising. So Angela, I want to also offer like I'm scared of what's aligned with the divine plan and in turn will just bring me a tower moment. Crimson, that's a really great offering for you to say, because if we have an idea to want something, there's a few different things that I want to say. If we have an idea, if it's not the right thing for us, there will be something that we learn from that experience. So I'm going to share a little bit of, okay, so I shared with a lot of people I'm working towards manifesting a home and owning the home. And that's really my North Star right now, whether it be 1 year and 5 years, like those are my big goals. So a few months ago, I had an idea and a thought to live in a certain state. I'm in the United States, so I was picking a state. And I said, this is where I'm going to live, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is where it's going to be. And so I started to think about manifesting there. And I would start to like think of the house, and I was looking things up and doing all of this different research. I ended up having a client session, a one-on-one session, that she lived in that state and was telling me a bit about her story and about what she was experiencing there. And it was so not aligned. It was so not aligned for me. And so I learned from that person in that state that that was not the timeline for me. But this is the thing. If I didn't first set the intention to move there, I would not have attracted the aligned client from that state, learned the lesson that it wasn't for me. And so then I was able to come back to the drawing board and say, okie dokie, what's next? And then I had my 5-year goals that I was focused on a specific thing. Actually, there was another story. I was given a download directly from source that said, Sarah, go experience this town. Just go to this town and go talk to people in this town. But I was like, God, I have a busy schedule this week. I actually cannot do that. So I was like, I'm putting a pin in that. I'm putting that on the board. I'm still claiming that, but I don't have the time and the energy to be able to do that. And I kept just having this like, I'm not supposed to go today. I'm not supposed to go today. I'm not supposed to go. Like, I trust my face, and I trust, like, I got the message that there's something there for you to explore. And it was this morning when I was journaling that I said, what did that mean, God? What was that purpose? That was a timeline and an experience that if you went there, you would know that that wasn't for you. You would know that that place wasn't for you. But since you got the message and you were like, something's not right, I'm going to sit with this. Now you're on the most authentic timeline for now. With all that being said, when you have an idea to do something, if it is not your co-creation with the divine, it's not going to be. You are living your perfect timeline. You'd be somewhere else if you weren't on your perfect timeline. But when you start to co-create, you lean into the action of it. You lean into, I'm going to explore this. I'm going to try this on, knowing that you might just get a message from certain explorations that keep you more on your path. It's kind of like saying, like, we're on the path of life, but we have to take a few steps to get to the end. There might be a few choose your own adventures. You might be a few different paths and navigations that we go along the way, but we have to take action steps. So you're never going to not get to your divine ending. I have to get my old journal because I literally just talked to someone about this not even the other day. Where is it? Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. This came up for someone else. Sorry for walking away, everybody. Jonathan, first birthday, not away camping, going in to spend. Oh my gosh, start a new tarot journal. I love this. I love this. Okay. I have to show this image because it came up. So you can think of this as like you're born and then you're dying, or the beginning of the day, the end of the day. You're going to get to where you need to be. There's one start and there's one end. But you can take any timeline to get there. But you have to do the things. You have to participate and say, oh, I'm going to try this. Oh, I'm going to try this. Oh, I'm going to try this. We were talking about like the difference between like divine will and free will, saying where does our final destiny end and our free will begin? Yes, exactly. Beautiful. So there was the person that I was sharing this with. She said, the parable that she read a book or something. I don't remember the book, so I apologize if somebody knows the book after what I'm saying. It was like you go to the pastry case, and we met in a cafe. So it's like you go to the pastry case and you see like a peach tart or you see like the tiramisu. And you're like, well, is there an entire timeline where I have the peach tart and then like I go off in this train in this direction? Or if I have the tiramisu, I go off in this train in this direction. What if you just choose dessert? Say, I'm choosing dessert. Both. So you can choose whichever one you want. And then you take that anxiety, that pressure off. Actually, I've been struggling with that too. Free will was divine will. Perfect. Crimson, this is exactly right. This is the perfect. I'm so glad that we're talking about this. So if we float above it and we say, I'm choosing dessert. So we allow our human to make the decision. And so it's not, oh, I have to choose this one or I have to choose this one. And if I don't choose the right one, I'm not going to make the right decision because then we don't even make a decision at all. We'd never leave the house. Exactly. Let's blend those together. Let's let those be and say, my timeline, my ideal timeline cannot be taken. I can't. That's kind of a little bit why I really liked having those 5-year goals to say, it's far enough in the future that I can see myself living in this beautiful space with a beautiful partner, with a beautiful business. But maybe that can be 1 year, but to say any path will get you there, any path. But reminding yourself that as you co-create, you also are meant to enjoy the experience of, oh, I tried that and maybe it wasn't for me. And now I got the message just like that client. I got the message in that client session. But if I wasn't thinking about that state over and over and over and over again, I wouldn't have attracted that client. And she gave me the message specifically in that session that I needed to hear. So trying your best to take pressure off and knowing that when you're in those experiences, when you're in that moment, you'll know, but it's kind of like you have to show up. Or this parable, like you go shopping at the mall, you go to Marshall's, you go wherever you go, you pick out all these different things, but it's not until you try them on do you say, oh, I like this or I don't like this. But you got to pick up all the things and try them on. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I think that that's making sense. Because if it's we can get caught up in we are fractals of source having this human experience. So the messages that we receive, that is God's source, but it's also like you're the vibrational match for that message. Like it's like the co-creation, I feel like is a really wonderful way to use free and divine will together to say I'm co-creating. It's not, am I choosing the right or the wrong thing? It's I'm choosing. It's participating in the experience of it. This is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. He's vibing. He is vibing. Fool down there again. The fool down there. Let's see. Underneath. Yay, the way I'm interpreting it is taking action, allowing yourself to be human in a sense. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We are human beings. We came here to have the human experience. And really, in my perspective, if we were just meant to like have the divine will and not have to choose, and we wouldn't be in a human body. We wouldn't be put in an environment where we get to discern. Not we have to, like I said, we get to choose water or tea or coffee. We get to choose, do I want long hair? Do I want short hair? We get to choose what tarot deck do I want to read today? We get to choose all of these different things and getting to participate and enjoying the joy of living, enjoying the joy of having the human experience, because that's so much of part of what we get to do here. Yes, we're here to be of service. Yes, we're here to thrive. Yes, we're here to consciously create our successes, but we also get to learn how to have fun. And that's part of the journey, is having fun. And so if we're constantly thinking about, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? The God that I live with is a loving and generous and abundant God that wants us to have everything in this world that we want to have, and reminding us that we get to enjoy the journey, especially as the light workers, especially as the ones who have giving hearts, especially the ones that want to give. We're here to break the mold and to receive at the same time, and to receive joyous experiences and having fun along the way. So floating above whatever's anxiety producing, going above it, below it, or around it. Learning to have fun again after working hard. Yes, exactly. And it's very much like the old joke about when you're business owner or entrepreneur or whatever it is that you do, is like you don't really have a day off, but you're never really working. Like it's just there are days where I'm like, walk away from the computer, stop creating things, Sarah, and go play outside or go lay down with Sybil. So you have to really set boundaries for yourself. But I wouldn't want it any other way. There's not a single other paradigm that I would rather be in than the one that I'm in right now, creating this universe. Every single breath of it is worth it. Every single time I receive a message from someone, at these moments, every time we connect on the live, every time I open up and I see your comments and your message, every single time. And don't get me wrong, I have emails to respond to. I have things that I don't do perfectly. I have things that I don't do exactly right, but I'm learning along the way, you know? The feeling is hitting bad. So grateful for this timeline in this cafe. Jonathan, you are such a blessing. I'm so grateful to know you. I'm just celebrating your birthday and all that you've accomplished and all that you've created from the inside of your heart out. It's just such a joy. It's a joy to know you and to connect with you. So I'm just so grateful to be here with you. And it's very much when you have a call to create something, know that there are other people on the end of that line, that it's every single one of your souls said, I want this space. I want this space. I want this space. And I was the vibrational match to be able to pick up the telephone line and say, oh, here we go. Here's the bucket for all of you. We can do this. We can create a cafe. We can create a multidimensional cafe and do this together and really do this together. None of this world is meant to be experienced alone. And so we really get to do this. We really get to do this. I'm loving this. What questions do you have for me? What questions do you have going into this week? Venus makes her final conjunction to Saturn and Pisces. Susanna, I'm getting excited for your emails. We have the Sun opposite Lilith. That's tomorrow. Sun in Taurus, Lilith in Scorpio. I have an all signs reading for Lilith and Scorpio. If anyone is interested, that's in the longer range transit playlist. I love Lilith and Scorpio. I feel like she's vibing in Scorpio. I'm cleaning out my closet and getting rid of things, even though it's like I only have a few different outfits. They all resonate. They all feel good. Again. Leaving the old behind. Same cards. Let me see. I want a major, please. I want a major. Lots of court cards. An insane amount of court cards. The Hanged Man. Ooh. I'm excited to read about that because there's so many to the asteroids that I'm not a master in, and I'm learning a lot from those. So thank you for sharing, because I just sometimes it goes over my head. Lord Venus, there's been no rest retrograde than Saturn. My ex is coming for blood. Crimson, I'm sending you love, honey. Sending you love. Cutting those ties. Hope you're blocking it like the champ that you are. Blocking it like the champ that you are. Court cards appearing a lot. Okay, thank you for that validation, Jonathan, because I'm seeing that a lot too. Yes, good. Please send it to me, Susanna. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Susanna is like the Venus queen. I learned so much from her. So much. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. Please send it to me. I cannot wait. I love every single one of you. I'm so grateful. I am mixing things up a little bit. So I incorporated my introduction. So grateful for you. So grateful for you. And I incorporated my introduction, or more like my channeled messages for the new moon in Taurus, in my all signs reading. So I'm going to post that tomorrow. So it's not me front facing, it's the grid. So it'll be an extended, like channeling of like the collective messages and then going into the all signs reading. It'll be timestamped so you can take all of that together in one bundle. I really was called to do more of the channeling with the grid than to really like do with the thing on the wall over here. So let me know what you think. I'm really excited. I felt so good coming out of channeling that today for all of you. Like I trust that energy so much. And a lot of like I'm a Scorpio rising. So I'm on a fixed axis. So I'm like, I've been doing it the same way for so long. How am I supposed to change? But my energy, I was like full, like I felt effervescent. I felt good. I felt so clear channeling that for all of you. So I trust my energy and I really trust that like resounding yes message. So I'm really, really excited about that. So that'll be posted tomorrow. And I also have been really called to do a part 2 to the soulmate video, like soulmate, soul matches, and kind of a more of an encompassed of relationships are drastically changing. I had recorded that video, I think it was November 2023, I want to say. It was the Aries, North Node and Aries video, relationships are drastically changing. So I'm going to kind of do a part 2 of relationships changing, soul matches, soulmates. I got a significant amount of really great feedback and a lot of other perspectives that I really want to share to offer you different ways to understand this energy, ways to think about like, if, I had someone comment that said, like, what if we instead of talked about self-love, we talked about self-compassion? And then I also had a friend reach out and message about, when people really connect, like, soulmates, soul matches, twin flames, whatever that may be, and they both kind of rise together. And it's not say they can't rise, but like, what is your perspective on when people meet and like both of their missions just kind of like pop and do well? So I really want to dive into all of that and not focus solely on the you needing to love yourself and to like be the best version of yourself to meet someone, but like, what if you could really have compassion for yourself? And what about when people meet and they like rise together? I also want to incorporate when you're with someone that both of you are kind of in a rocky montage and maybe like there's a season where you don't feel 10 out of 10, but the relationship also doesn't feel 10 out of 10 because you don't feel 10 out of 10 and you do your development work and you become the 10 out of 10 version of yourself and they also do the same thing. So I've seen people really rise together, whether it be they met and they had, addictive tendencies, and then both of them got sober together and like what that can look like. So I'm going to speak a little bit of that. Self-compassion, so real, actually accepting has really been the key to me leveling up. Crimson, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And really allowing yourself that compassion. And because the comment that I received was about like, what if self-love isn't something that is accessible, and really having compassion for yourself, where you are as you are, and really understanding the power of our words. I think that was a lot of the intention that I'd put into like soulmates and twin flames being like clickbaity words. So I love that we're really unpacking this together. And I just wanted to offer another perspective of that. I'm also seeing that people are really feeling this stretching of my relationship is ending, or I'm being pulled away from a safe zone or a safe job or a safe experience. And we're feeling a lot and it's really uncomfortable. So I just wanted to offer some, tools or just a safe space for you to just listen, and it'll be more not fully astrology or anything like that, but like channeling, but also just creating a safe container for you to know that you're not alone and that people all over the world are experiencing this. It's why community and spaces like this are so important, because when we're feeling so much discomfort, like having astrological validations doesn't mean that's like, oh, now it feels better. Great. Yeah. Chiron's doing this and this is awesome and this is happening. It doesn't make it physically, humanly feel better. It just says, okay, this was a choice my soulmate made, the choice my soul made to experience this, but it doesn't always feel good. Yeah. Energy vampires out of life, learn to live without them. Huge. You are the single most important relationship you will ever have in your life. Susanna, that is so, you just hit the nail on the head. This relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you will ever have. So falling in love with yourself, if you're not there, that's totally okie dokie. Having compassion for yourself, accepting yourself, and learning the joy of loving yourself, learning how to really participate in this relationship. But this is a relationship. So really getting to know and falling in like, enjoy the journey. I love every single one of you so much. I'm just sending huge hugs to all of you, just like huge, big hugs, giving everybody a big group hug. And thank you for being here. Happy birthday, Jonathan. I'm celebrating you. I'll send you a message tomorrow, and I'm just so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for being here on today's Monday Live at the Cafe. I will see you next week, 11 Eastern Standard Time. Please always reach out if I can be helpful. Send me a message, send me an email. I love you so much, Kate. Thank you so much for being here. It's my absolute joy to connect with you, and I'll see you next week. I love you so much. Enjoy. Mwah. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day or your night, wherever you are in the world. I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.